My name is Abubakar Muhammad Halifa. Actually, I've been studying IT for a very long time. When it comes to my education, after junior high school, I just joined IPMC college just to fit myself in the institution of technology. I've been on this field for quite some years now. Before, I used to unlock cell phones, basically unlocking the security of cell phones and just upgrading and all these things. So in 2007, we had a joint business, and in 2009 we split. So later on in 2009, I decided to join an engineering school that was in Accra, that we basically was just doing ATM engineering, which is the automated teller machine that the banks has been using. After the training, I was employed and I worked for the company for over 4 years. So after the contract, I decided to come back to my old business with the GSM. So in 2016, I decided to quit, then come out with something different. But it was very challenging. I think, inshallah, by the grace of Allah, I've been able to come out with something unique just 2 years ago. And this is the car auto diagnosis and programming. But actually, what I can tell the youth and the people is it's very difficult setting up a business, especially in Africa here. You have the knowledge, you have the concept, you have the skills, but for people to put the money in is a problem. People feel like they want to see you doing something before they come and support. Some people also see you doing it, but they still doesn't want to support because they feel like maybe when it comes to a lose or whatever happens later and it doesn't move on, it's a problem or it's a tragedy. So people feel like they just want to see you moving before they support you. So we only have to keep on trying to bring our dreams and goals into reality. But before you have a knowledge that you cocaine it into other people, for them to be able to become like you, you have to determine, because it's very hard. I learned this business myself. I went to the industrial area. We normally call it magazine. I took my time to quit my job. I stopped my job. I stayed home for like 2 years. I have to go over there, just ask the people their problem when it comes to just to fix cars with the software, because I have been on this field for years and I have the skills and the knowledge just to transform it into a different concept and different fields. So I went there asking the people, what do you want me to help you with? They told me they have cars with security problems, and some cars need to be diagnosed, and a lot of problems. They have ABS and sensor problem, injector problem, a lot of problem that is related to software issues. And normally most of the people down there, they have no knowledge about when it comes to technology. They have the old culture of fixing vehicles. So I decided to help these people, but before I can help others, I need to help myself too. So to fund this business, it was very hard. I sent proposals to many people, a lot of people just to help me, but it was very difficult. But later on, I found a foreign partner who just was happy with my proposal, and she decided to come down here just to help. So by the grace of Allah, she came down and she saw what I was planning to put together just to help the people and help myself too. So we started from there, and now I think it's a big business now. This device here is a tablet. It's used for diagnosis in car problems. Normally, the electronic sector of the car. When a car has a problem, there is an indicator light on the panel, which is called the check engine light. Normally, when this check engine light comes on, basically it's telling you the car has a problem that needs to be fixed. But before you can fix this problem, the car is supposed to be diagnosed. It's like going to the hospital. You say you have a headache. The doctor tells you, okay, go have a scan. When you have a scan, I know what's the problem. So when you bring the report of the scan, he can know exactly the problem. You have a brain tumor, you have a brain, whatever you have in your brain, the doctor can know it through the scan. This is the same thing we do here. I think from here you can see we have the cylinder, we have the DPF, we have the throttle wheeling, we have the ABS bleeding, we have the steering lock, window, seat occupancy, we have the airbag, injector coding and everything, the headlight and everything. So when you diagnose the car, then from the report you can know exactly the problem with the car. So when you know the problem with the car, now we can know the exact place of the car that needs to be touched. So it's a problem here when you tell people, oh, these days when I start my car, it jerks. My car is taking a lot of fuel. My car is giving me headache. They just ask you full question. Since when did this start? You tell them 3 days ago. Okay, maybe it's the pump. They just go ahead and touch the pump. They later find out it's not the pump and they tell you, then I think it's an injector problem. They go back, touch the injector. They later tell you, no, I think you should give us some time to find where the problem is. Before we realize, if you are not lucky, you mess up with the wrong person, he just jeopardizes your car for you. So the situation is, when you have this tool, you just diagnose the car. It tells you cylinder 2 misfire detected. And you know the cylinder 2 has a problem. You just go ahead and check the cylinder 2. Maybe it being a wiring problem or the injector is faulty. You just make a replacement and you're done. Towards too, like this kind of tools and some kind of tools like this, and we have this. Okay, go. We have different kind of cars. We have Mercedes, we have the BMW, the Toyota cars, the Nissan and the Hyundai. All these cars are cars that normally Toyota, a lot of cars. Each car has a specific tool for fixing it. So for instance, this tool here is a multi-tools. It works with a lot of cars. Some of the cars, you need this tool to take the car. You see today you have somebody driving a Toyota, the next day you see Hyundai, you see Mercedes, BMW, VW. We have all kind of cars here, Chinese vehicles, Asian vehicles, a lot of vehicles. So you need to get multiple tools that you can fix all kind of problems. Basically, we fix security problems. The problem we fix here is security problem. Let's say you have a car with a key lost. If the key is lost, we have tools that we can program the key, being on the bench or on the car. Most of the time, you first try with the device on the car. If it doesn't work, it's a diagram that will tell you a model on the car that you need to pull out. When you pull out this model, you bring it on the bench and you need to program with the different tool. This is what we do here. We have tools for programming Mercedes, VW, we have the Toyota, and we have programmers too as well for programming microcontrollers. Some of the cars, when you pull out the model, you open it and you find a microcontroller like this. This is a Motorola chip inside a model in a car. So when you pull out this chip, for instance, this is an adapter that we fix a Motorola chip on it. So this Motorola chip has a security data on it. So this data, we just pull it out. when we pull the data out, we match it with the key, because this is the data of the security that help the car to start. When this data is pulled out, you match it with a new key. Once you match the data with the key, it can start the car. So this is what we normally do here. So if you have a car with the key lost, and if you have a car, you need a spare key, or the remote is not working, and you want to diagnose this fault to know what kind of problem with your car. That is the problem we are basically focused on. So, junior high school, it was in 2000. And after 2000, it's there's an Islamic school, it's Islamic and Arabic school. I think they call it Salfia, that's the name, yeah. So from there, I moved to just a shop, just to learn how to fix gadgets like the laptop, the cell phones, and other things for like I think 3 years. So in so in 2003, I decided to go to school, but then I knew my talent was on IT, because after the junior high school, when I went in the field to learn how to fix the gadgets like the cell phones and the laptops and the tablets, and how to put the operating system on these gadgets and how to remove the security, I decided, no, this is my field. So there is no need to go back to the senior high school, spend 3 years before you move to the tertiary. It's a headache. Now I have my skills. I need to find a certificate for my skills. So I just moved to IPMC college. So with IPMC, I studied computer security, which is the networking and hardware, and I did server as well. So this is my education level, to be honest with you. But aside this, I joined a company in Accra. It was called Cornet in 2009. It was mostly based on ATM engineering. That's the automated teller machine. The name of the machine we used to fix was Dialects. It's an ATM specifically from the United States. So we were mounting it on the banks. We were working with the Intercontinental Bank, First Atlantic, NIB, a lot of banks. I can't remember. I can't mention some of the banks as of now because it's been years. But I work hard just to fit in the company, because when I was there, it was people with the first degree and masters, and some people from other foreign countries just to support us work over there. But I try my best. I was with Indians and some Asians from Malaysia. Some people come from Hungary as well. We all work together. So after the training, I was employed. Even later, I had the opportunity to travel out to some of these African countries to work, just to mount. I was in Gambia. It took me over a year just to train the custodians and train the banks and some people on how to use the ATM teller machine. And after mounting it on the wall, you need to configure it. You do the bell mirrors and do all the configurations so people can use the debit card to make a withdrawal from the ATMs. So this took me some time just to work with the people over there. And then after this, I have to stay around and keep fixing, being on maintenance schedule, helping them if the systems have problems. But how did I get to this one? After the ATM engineering, I came back to settle down just to establish my own business. I started the GSM again. Basically, was unlocking the cell phones, the sales of cell phones, and just upgrading and just decoding them, all right? So I keep doing this for some time. I think I came back in 2012, right? But already the office was there running, and I decided to go and study the ATM engineering. So when I came back, the office was there, but not basically this office. It was in town. So I was there. I came back to my office just to put my business together. I put all the effort that I think I could until 2015. Things started getting hard. The business was in debt, honestly, and it was disgusting because somebody that has been working hard for over 10 years and he just messed up everything. I think the business was down. And later, I was working with my cousin. He's a degree holder, right? So he used to come to my shop when we were working. So he used to come during vacation and all these things. So his name is Abdul Rashid Abdul Hamid. So we've been working together for some time. So later on, when the business was down and he came back from school, and he decided to take over. So already the business was already in debt, and I told him, look, I think I have to quit. Now we have to pay people their money, and at the same time the business need money, and I need money to survive too. So it's a problem. So he took over, and I just came to stay home for like 2 years. I wasn't working, and I have to stay, just manage and leave everything to him to take it over. Sometimes they have to send me some incentive. I have to just manage with the incentive I just receive. But just hoping the business will reach a standard, because I have been running the business and it couldn't take us where we were dreaming to reach. So I have to just leave everything to them for them to just put it together. It wasn't that much. I think it was around. Well, let's see, I think it was around $5,000, right? Total around $5,000 that I was supposed to pay the people, and some of the money was supposed to go to the property owner, right? Because I rent the shop and I need to pay him. So some of the money was supposed to go to him, and some of the money was supposed to go to people who used to give me goods on credit, right? So these are the people I was supposed to pay them off, and I couldn't make it. So my cousin took over the business after school, and he kept taking care of the business till now, and now the business is on a different level. Even last month, he has to travel to Dubai to make a purchase just to bring some stuff so we can sell to the people. Yeah. I think the company was paying me, I think it was around 700 Ghana cedi, which was around $200 those days, a month. But the company was taking care of my accommodation, and besides, I think transportation and other bills, right? When you travel, they pay allowances for the travel, and they need to take care of the bills over there too. When you travel outside, they pay your ticket and everything, right? Good. And when you travel, they pay the per diem, and you need to make some money there and make some money here too, right? So later on, I felt like I need to establish myself. I need to have my own business, because the company had salary delay issues, and it was headache. It was a problem, honestly. So later on, I decided to quit, then come start something on my own. But my office was already running, because I got people over there who was already working for me. So I decided to come join them so we can work together and just put the brand on a table for people to know us, for people to see what we can do. Honestly, we came together. It was a big hit. Almost everybody who has been on this field for the past 10 years, 15 years should know me. Honestly, if you don't know me, you are new. If you started during those times, because I quit, that was 2015. So everybody who really knew what he was doing when it comes to mobile phone security in Ashanti region here should know me. Maybe few of them may not, but a lot of them knows me already, because I was very, very smart. I was trying all my best to bring all the new softwares to be able to unlock and decode and to upgrade all the new cell phones coming on the market. It's something I can say is by nature. I got when I went to the industrial area, I just went there to know the problem of the people, and secondly, to know the concept of how cars work, because you can't just wake up one day, you don't know the name of this model and basically what this model does for the car, all right? And this is a model in a Mercedes, right? This is where you pull the key just to turn the ignition on, right? This is called EIS, all right? Good. So I never knew the name of this when I was just being ignorant about this business, right? I never knew the name of this. So when I went there, they will tell you this is called EIS. When you got a problem, we send it to some people. They just make a programming of it. We bring it back and the car starts. So they tell you this is a control board, right? I think this one too. And when it comes to the English name of it, normally when it comes to the software part of it, we call it ECU, the electronic control module. This is the computer of the car. This is what most of the whites say. When you say the computer of the car, they know what you're talking about, right? So this is the computer of the car. So I went there to know the parts, the models, and basically the models that are being programmed, because I wanted to focus on the security side of the car. So I went there just to know the concept of how the electronic system works in the car. So there is one gentleman here. His name is Yahya Yakubu, right? His popularly named Malam. So I normally go to his shop, then he just take me through. Sometimes I need to make myself dirty just to help him, just to know what he's doing, and he can take me through. He tell you, look, dude, this model, this is what it does. This is a security model. This is an ABS model. This is a sensor. This is an injector. So he helped me. It took me like 2 years just to understand the concept. And before, I used to unlock the car radios. This was when I was doing the GSM. When people have a code on their car tape, they normally bring it, and I got software that I used to unlock those codes during those times. So I like this business. I once heard somebody saying, this member of parliament, Kennedy Ajapon, said, marry your job. Yeah, I think it's one of the best quotes I think I've ever heard from him. I like the quote. When you marry what you do, it gives you what you want, and you can give it to the people. Because this business is just 2 years old. It's just 2 years old, and looking at the number of customers I have, because I already sell keys and I do programming as well. So when you want to come buy a key, go program it with yourself, but because you have a tool. Some people have their own tool. So they come, they want to purchase key, then go do their programming. I just sell the key to them and they go and do the programming, right? And if some people also come here, they want me to just sell them the key and do the programming as well. I do both. So normally I try my best to help myself and help the people. Within these 2 years, we have been able to hit a major target, honestly, because in 2 years we have invested a lot of money on tools. Now this tool here is around $2,000, all right? And I have a couple of them. I think I have 3 different tablets like this that I use them for working. And I have tools like this. This tool is around $2,500, right? It's normally for BMW, VW, and Range Rover cars. Yeah, this is my first tool. I got it from the company X2, right? This tool was a gift. There is this somebody I met on the internet, and we became friends. So later on, the person asked me what I've been doing all this while. I told this person, look, I used to have my own business that I was taking care of, but actually I'm in debt, so I left the business to my people to take care of it. So right now, if I work, the money goes to pay the people that I own the money, and it's a headache. So I've been home for some time now. I don't work. So she asked me, what's your next move? What you want to do right now? And I told this person, this is what I want to start. I want to fix cars. And this person told me, okay, so you want to fix cars, right? Good. What do you need? What do you need before you can start fixing those cars that you want to fix? So I told this person, I first need a tool. When I have a tool, I can go to the people, ask them their problem, I make a diagnosis or a programming, and I can get paid. So the person told me, okay, what's the cost of the tool? I told this person the price ranges from $200 to even $50,000, depending on the kind of tools you want to buy. And the person said, okay, no problem. I will try my best and help you. So it took some time. We kept talking. If you call him, it's a big improvement. It's uncountable, honestly. If I can tell you the number of cars I have fixed for these 2 years, I can't. I have the data, but some of the cars will escape me. Honestly, it's a lot of cars that I've been fixing. Even yesterday we was very busy here. You couldn't make it here, but today we are not doing anything, but we have some cars that we already fixed. Like for instance, when somebody have a Mercedes, okay, it's good. I think I have a sample here. For instance, this model. Somebody has a car somewhere. The key is lost. So this person will just pull out this model and bring it. So it's more like if I have 5 of these here to make a key for them, basically I have 5 cars here to fix. Even though illusionally, okay, good. I asked this question when there is this officer who came to my office. He's an officer in Central Police Station. He's a CID officer, not just being an officer. Title I should give this man, but he's in a higher rank, in a higher position. So when this man was here, I asked him, look, man, I'm just an innocent person being here working to make ends meet, right? So let's say, for instance, somebody come here and tell me he has a car, the key lost, and he want me to help him get a new key. I just go get this done. I come and I'll be here in the next hour. The police is here. Hey, look, you help this dude fix a stolen car, so you are in trouble. So how do I save myself out of this trouble? Is it a license that you need to give to we locksmiths, or is it a procedure that we should follow before the problem comes? He told me, just use your common sense. Just know how to deal with people, because here we don't have a system that can handle such situation. Before we realize you're already a victim. So the situation is just be smart and know the kind of people you work with them. So basically, if you call us that you have a car with a key loss, we ask you where's the location of the car, are you the rightful owner of the car, what is the manufacturing year of the car, we ask you for how long you've been using the car, how did the key get lost, can you send us a picture of your first key? All right, good. So these questions, sometimes you ask people this question and they tell, okay, I'm not the rightful owner of the car, it belongs to my cousin, so I need to talk to him, I'll get back to you. Some people never get back to you. Some people also get back to you and you go and the other person who comes in can answer all the questions. And sometimes when you look at people body language, how courage they are and how confident, and they tell you, I already have this thing in my car, though the key lost, but if you open the letterbox, I have something over there, and now the car is locked and I want you to help me, right? So these are the things that normally help us to know these people are the rightful owners of the car. First, I'm proud of myself for where I came from and where I am now. It's a lot of projects that I'm working on. I develop softwares too. I have softwares working for institutions. They pay subscription to me. I have a team of developers that we develop softwares as well. We develop website, web application, mobile apps, and all these things, right? Go. It's a lot of projects that I have to bring to this world. But I tell the youth, just keep trying. Never give up. Don't look at the education background. The internet is there. Go over there and learn. When you learn what you have, if you are lucky to find a sponsor, being a foreign sponsor or somebody down here, just be loyal. Stay true to the person. And whatever you take a penny to do, being a business or being an investment, just put it in and do the right thing when you are being supervised, or maybe an auditor come around to see you did the right thing. This will keep you going. Right now, I don't have a first degree, but I have people even with masters working with me that I pay them monthly, right? So right now what I can tell you is just keep trying. Just don't look at the education barrier. No